So what if you could take your messiest late-night sketch, you know the one, and turn it into a full-blown system design, like almost instantly? Well, today we're going to dig into a tool that promises to do just that. It's called the Napkin Architect.
I mean, just listen to this quote. I drew this on a napkin at 11 p.m. AI turned it into production infrastructure. That is a heck of a claim, right? The idea that you can take some scribbles from a late night and have an AI just poof, turn it into real working infrastructure? That is the incredible promise we're going to unpack today.
So where did this all come from? Well, like so many of the best ideas, it didn't start in a boardroom. Nope, it started late at night, born out of some serious frustration.
Yeah, you got to picture this scene. It's 11 p.m. on a Saturday. There's a ballpoint pen, the back of an envelope, probably some cold coffee nearby, and he's just sketching out this messy diagram with notes like DB and, LLM here somehow. We've all been there, right? Trying to wrestle a big, complicated idea onto a tiny piece of paper. And as he's staring at this basically illegible mess of a sketch, this one question pops into his head. What if the AI could just read this? What if you didn't have to be the one to translate it all? And that one single question, that's the spark that started this whole thing. Okay, but here's what's really interesting. This isn't just about one guy's late-night problem. This whole thing points to a much, much bigger issue, kind of a dirty little secret in the world of enterprise architecture.
And here it is. Most of the really critical technical decisions, the ones that shape systems handling millions of dollars and impacting thousands, maybe millions of users, they don't happen in some fancy design tool. No, they happen on whiteboards and, yes, on napkins. So then what happens? Right? What happens after that whiteboard gets erased or the napkin gets tossed? The fallout from that is actually way more serious than you'd probably guess.
Well, a few things, and none of them are good. First, the sketch just disappears. Poof, gone. And the decisions, they survive only as what we call tribal knowledge. It's just stuck in a few people's heads. So the code that gets written from it, it's poorly understood by pretty much everyone else. And you end up with that one developer, you know the one, who knows how it all works and can literally never, ever leave. Your critical business logic is based on something that was thrown in the garbage. That is a massive, massive risk.
Okay, so to tackle this very real problem, he built a solution. Let's dive in and see exactly how this thing, the Napkin Architect, actually works. So check this out. It's supposed to work in under 30 seconds. First, you just upload a photo of your hand-drawn sketch. Step 2, the AI reads the diagram and figures out what all your components are. Then it spits out 4 key outputs all at the same time. And maybe most importantly, it visually flags architectural risks right there on your diagram. Super simple, super fast.
And this comparison just says it all, doesn't it? The before is that wobbly, probably coffee-stained hand-drawn sketch. The after, a clean, professional, even interactive SVG diagram. You go from a chaotic brainstorm to something you could actually show your boss. It's the same idea, but transformed from a fleeting thought into the real start of a project.
All right, now this is where the story gets really interesting and kind of personal. To see if this thing he built was for real, the creator decided to turn the AI on himself, using the very sketch that started it all. So yeah, he actually uploaded that original 11 p.m. napkin sketch to see what his own AI would say about his work. He's about to get a totally unfiltered, brutally honest critique from the very machine he created. And at first, it's a huge win. The AI nails it. It identifies 7 components, it generates working Terraform code for it all, and it even calculates a monthly AWS bill of about $847. I mean, perfect, right? It's working exactly as designed. And then it flagged 2 risks. See, this thing wasn't just built to tell you you're a genius. It was built to find the problems. And boy, did it find a couple of big ones in its own creator's plan. Okay, get ready for this. $15,000 per hour. That's the first number it spit out. That little box he just scribbled DB next to, yeah, that was a single point of failure. The AI calculated that if that one database went down, it could cost the business $15 grand for every single hour it was offline. Ouch. And it wasn't done. The next number? $43,000. That was the estimated technical debt over 5 years. Basically, the long-term cost of fixing his incomplete design. His quick and dirty sketch, if they built it just like that, would create over 40 grand in future work. His own tool just put a price tag on his own shortcuts. Talk about a reality check.
So this brings up a great question. Why does this tool actually work so well? What makes it so effective? It's not just about spitting out code. It's really about the psychology of a good idea and how you communicate risk.
And when other architects got their hands on it, the feedback was super telling. Yeah, the code generation was cool, but what really hit home was the debt clock. It was emotionally powerful, it gave them ammo to justify refactoring work. Same with the risk flags that put a $1 per hour cost on downtime. It makes these abstract risks feel incredibly real and actionable. It's those specific, hard numbers that create these wow moments people can't wait to share.
But what's really wild is that this tool is also looking to the future. It generates something called an MCP, or Model Context Protocol. The creator has this brilliant analogy for it. He calls it the USB-C port for AI. Just think about that. It's like a future standard, generated automatically from your sketch, that lets any AI agent connect to any data source. It's a crazy cool glimpse of where things could be headed.
All right, so let's wrap this up. What does this mean for you, an architect or a developer? What is this tool really for, and just as important, what is it not for?
And the creator is super upfront about the honest limitations here. First off, it's a starting point, right? It is absolutely not a substitute for a real human review. The cost estimates are just that, estimates. And those big, scary debt numbers, they're really heuristics, designed to start a conversation, not end it. And of course, it works best on clear, simple boxes and arrows diagrams. Garbage in, garbage out, you know?
So, at the end of the day, its real purpose is pretty simple: to convert a rough, messy idea into a real technical conversation, and to get you, say, 70% of the way there, just way, way faster. It's a massive accelerator. Which leaves us with one final, kind of scary question to think about. What would the AI find in your last sketch? Think about that last whiteboard session, or that idea you scribbled down. What hidden costs, what ticking time bombs are lurking in that drawing? What would this AI say about your work?